Hello, first of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Aisa Faramirea and my number student is 97 and I'm from class B. I will read the text exchange rate. A. The Bretton Woods Agreement of 1944 established fixed exchange rates defined in terms of gold in the US dollar. Between 1944 and 1971, many currencies were pegged against the US dollar. For the example, their parities with the US dollar were fixed. In this period, a US dollar was a promissory note issued by the United States Treasury. If anybody requested, the Treasury had to exchange the note for 1/35 of an ounce of gold. Under this system, overvalued or undervalued currencies could only be adjusted with the agreement of the International Monetary Fund. Such adjustments are called devaluation and revaluation. The Bretton Woods system of gold convertibility and pitching against the dollar was abandoned in 1971 because following inflation, the Federal Reserve did not have enough gold to guarantee the American currency. Next B. Gold convertibility was replaced by a system of floating exchange rate. Today, the US dollar, the unofficial world currency, is merely a piece of paper on which is written in gold which was gold not gold. A freely or clean floating exchange rate is determined purely by supply and demand. Theoretically, in the absence of speculation, exchange rates should reflect purchasing power parity, the cost of a given selection of goods and services in different countries. Proponents of floating exchange rate, such as Milton Friedman, argued the currencies would automatically establish stable exchange rates which would reflect economic realities more precisely than calculation by central bank officials. Yet they underestimate the impact of speculation and the fact that companies and investors frequently follow short-term money market trends even if they are contrary to their own long-term interests. Next, see, in the late 1970s and early 1980s, the American, British, and other governments deregulated their financial system and abolished all exchange control. Residents in these countries are not able to exchange any amount of their currency for any other convertible currency. This has led to the current situation in which 95% of the world's currency transactions are unrelated to transactions in goods but are purely speculative. Enormous amounts of money move around the world, chasing high interest rates of capital giants and investors, including rich individuals, companies, and pension funds, seek to maximize the value of their assets. In London alone in the late 1990s, and over $3,000 billion worth of currency was traded on an average day, the equivalent of about 13% of the value of the goods Britain produced each year. Banks, of course, make a profit from the spread between a currency buying and selling price. Next, D. Few governments, however, leave exchange rates wholly at the mercy of market forces. Most of them attempt to influence the level of their currency when necessary. Managed or dirty floating exchange rates are more common than freely floating ones. For example, in the 1980s, most Western European governments joined in the EMS or European Monetary System, which established parities between member currencies. There were also an exchange rate mechanism or ERM. If the rate diverged by more than plus or minus 2.25% from the central parity, central bank had to intervene in exchange market, buying or selling in order increase or decrease the value of their currency. Next E. Yet international speculation can be more powerful than government. For example, on a single day in September 1992, the Bank of England lost £5 billion in hopeless attempt to support the pound sterling. For weeks, all the world's financial institutions and rich individuals had been selling their bonds, as everyone except the British government believed that the bond had been seriously overvalued ever since its billets joined the ERM in 1919. When the British Central Bank ran out of reserve and could no longer buy bonds, the currency was withdrawn from the ERM and allowed to float, instantly losing about 15% of its value against the D-mark. The next year, speculation attacked 5 other Europe currencies, and the euro monetary system was supposed it was later reintroduced in a looser form. Next F. Many manufacturers are in favor of fixed exchange rates or a single currency, although it is possible to some extent to hedge against currency fluctuation by way of future contracts. Forward planning is difficult when the price of raw materials bought from abroad or the price of your product in export market can rise or fall by 15% in only a few months. Or since exchange control will abolish currencies including the US dollar and pound sterling have in turn appreciated by up to 100% and then depreciated by more than 15% against the currencies of major trading partners. Next G. Pressure from industrialists and government led to the introduction of the euro. 12 countries fixed their exchange rate against the new currency, and beginning in 1999, the new currency was used as a means of payment between companies and in foreign trade, and bonds were denominated in it. The euro came into existence as a real currency in 2002, when the old notes and coins the 12 member countries were withdrawn. Thank you.